Hello everyone and welcome to Hunter Call of the Wild, a game that I have not played for many years. I do have a couple of the DLCs, but typically I play games where usually I'm the one being hunted. But I've always liked Hunter Call of the Wild because it realistically just slows the gameplay down. You're not rushing through things. You need to be patient, track animals, control your breathing, pay attention to wind. And I like the fact that I can just slow down and take my time and actually make calculated decisions on what we want to do before we actually engage in something. So there are some animals here we're going to try and hunt. I've never played on this map before. I do own it. I bought it quite some time ago, right before I actually started the channel. And it's been many years since I've played this game, like I mentioned, so I'm going to be very unfamiliar and probably making some dumb decisions. I'm usually not great with the animal anatomy here, and even just weapon choice. It's never been something I've really understood well. I don't really know much about hunting in real life. Okay, we're getting kind of close. I don't want to spook them. But as you can see, I'm walking slow, or in this case, I'm actually crouching. For those of you unfamiliar with the game, basically you can spook animals or alert them. We have to pay attention to noise, how loud we're being, to the wind, so the smell, are they going to detect us? In this case, the wind is pointing towards the south, and we're headed east, so we're currently fine. We do have a really nice setting here as well. I really like how this looks. It's very open. Okay, we're at 110, or yeah, 110. I want a good shot here. I do feel like this is probably more than close enough. I don't want to spook them. This is the highest level I found here, so let's see if I can remember how to actually do this. We can go up here, and I don't know if this is the right weapon. Let's just try this out here. So I'm going to pay attention to our breathing. We seem to be fine because we've been crouching. And we'll zoom in here. Let's see if I can get a good shot. I don't know the perfect shot for these guys here. Is this how you steady your aim? It is. I don't know if this is going to be right, but we're just going to go for it. And hope that I hit them. So as you can see, they are already taken off. Now, I'm not too worried. We already shot, so we are going to uncrouch here. And let's go through and pull out the binoculars again. How do we do that? Now, the cool thing with this game is it actually has quite a bit of realism to it. And the fact that when you shoot something, they do not immediately just fall over and die. What is that? Okay, it's a warning call. Also, as you can see, you can actually track animals, so you can determine, based on this, where they're going. It obviously gives you a huge indicator showing you where, but you do have to inspect them, and that takes experience, and as you play more and do more, you'll be able to see that. So as you can see, this here is a feeding zone, so they were all feeding when I was hunting them, and you can see the blood splatter here where I actually hit them. So this says a vital organ was hit just now, so we want to go through and track them. And they did actually happen to fall over nearby, meaning I actually landed a good shot. If you don't hit vital organs, they can just simply run away, and you may never even find them. And we got a gold. That's really cool, actually. So there's rankings in the game with bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. And then there's even like mythical ones. I believe they're called great ones. But yeah, I've always played this just kind of to relax and just enjoy kind of walking around and exploring environments. So when you hunt these the animals, you can save the harvests, you can taxidermy it, put it back like in a lodge that you can buy. I believe it's a DLC. I don't think there's any free ones. And you can pay money for that, or you simply just get paid cash. As you can see, this one's worth 953. So usually you are hunting for trophies because they're worth more. Also, you can go through and taxidermy the expensive or the really cool ones. And then otherwise, you're just grinding out animals. So we're going to accept this, and as you can see, we just completed our first objective for this map, and we also got paid. And then you do have a guide for each map as well. So that's what this guy's talking about here. Let's see. Okay. The guides are actually pretty funny too. All of the guides are pretty cool. So now what we could do, so the way that it works, this is a mating call. This is a jackal. And that's actually pretty close, you can see. So a lot of these features that I have, it tells you how far away it is, how close they are, and sometimes even their weight. These are things you progressively unlock over time. So as you can see here, we do have skills that we unlock, and you unlock these by playing the game. Same thing with these perks here, and then the inventory. Honestly, I don't remember what a lot of these do because I haven't played in so long. There might even be new ones if I'm being transparent. But let's just go through and hunt. Let's see if we can find something here. And there are vehicles to go through and ride if you want to go from one place to the next, and you can fast travel. But I just like exploring. Usually I fast travel if I'm going to a certain area. Look at that view. That is amazing. There's nothing out there. This is definitely not one of those games, though, where you're going to expect something super fancy and cool to happen every single moment in the game. It's more about like the experience, kind of picking things up, paying attention to the area here. I believe this is where we shot the first animal. And if we're not sure on that, we can actually open up our inventory here. And if we go to the map, you'll notice on the map there's this little red zone. So this is where we shot them. That actually indicates that there was a dead corpse there. And so if that's the case, in these areas, because it's got that there, it actually leaves that stench, I believe. And other animals tend to visit this location less often until that has gone away, and it goes away over time. So if you hunt too much in a certain area, that tends to pile up, and I think you just tend to see less animals there until it goes away. So it does encourage you to explore. And as you can see, we're here, but this map is, we got a lot to explore here. And then you do, again, have missions as well. And as you can see, you have certain discoverable points as well for actually experience and levels and money. So we're going to head down to the water here before the wind rotates too much into the water. I don't want to spook everything. We're going to have to be semi-quick here. I think we'll go... Well, actually, if I go over there, then the wind's going to be facing downwards. Another jackal. So I'm going to go to the just lower section here. How far is this? 150? I actually need to stop sprinting, I think. Let's slow down here. Usually that 150, 200 meters is the sweet spot where you want to slow down. All right, let's see what we can find here. Beautiful. Okay, all the different colors too. So he is a 1, and then can I get your buddy? He's a 3. That one's obviously a better one. Oh, but we need to hurry. We're gonna run out of options here. I'm gonna kind of be forced to make a quick decision because the wind is not working in our favor. Okay, let's see if I can line this up here. There we go. Don't know if that's going to do us any good here. Let's see what we found. He's definitely running, as we can see. Oh, is he going to fall over? Oh, beautiful. That worked out very nicely. Okay, cool. We got ourselves a second animal. Now, usually when that gunshot goes off, pretty much everything in the immediate area just books it and runs because they're scared. So I don't think there'll be any others. If you're quick... Whoops. I was accidentally running into the water here. If you're quick, sometimes you can get a second one, depending on what you're hunting. Oh, this one's still sitting here. He didn't leave. Okay, let's see if we can get this one too. The wind is working in our favor. How do we reload here? There we go. Awesome. Okay, let's crouch here. And... Am I crouching? I am. Okay, let's try this one more time. And, oops, we gotta slow down here. Easy, easy. Oh, is that a stronger one? Hold on. Let me get the binoculars out. I want to see which one's the better option here. So that one is a 2, that one is a 3. Let's move to this side for a slightly better sight line here. And then let's go through and pull this out. I don't know if this is the right weapon. Okay, slow down. I might have to adjust my aim sensitivity. There's a third one there. Okay, let's see what this is. That is also a 2. So the 3 is still the best bet. There's a bunch of them over here. Okay, they are moving around. There's quite a few, and I'm losing track here. Ooh, there's a 4. Where'd the 4 go? The 4 is that one right there in the back. Okay, slow down. Breathe. There we are. Okay, let's go get my guy over here real quick. And we'll gather this, and then well, there's more stuff over here. There's a whole bunch of them. I didn't even see this whole group here. I don't think... We could try. We need some cash. We could try and see if we can get another shot. Otherwise, they might just run off. We'll reload. This was definitely where we splattered it. And then we should be able to follow his footsteps here. This is the blood here, so it should tell us which direction it went. For the original one. Okay, it's just up the hill here. Beautiful. Yeah, as you can see, the blood will actually tell you bleed rate medium. Kind of how far it is. And then this guy is a gold. We got 2 golds, right on. We're going to accept that and the cash reward here. And then I think we're going to, what we'll do is we'll walk this way. And we'll go back to the binoculars here. I don't like running with the weapon out. And we'll see if we can find anything on this side that's not spooked. Where is the blood streaks? Vital organ hit, yes. That is poop, that's not it. That is also poop. See, this is where it can get a little confusing. It was a vital organ, though, so there's definitely blood somewhere else. Right here. That direction. Okay, we're going to keep following this here. Now, I'm not seeing anything. Poop. Oh, you know what? The blue indicates the one that we're currently following. Okay, let's go back to the blood. Because you can see that all the footsteps are white, but the blue one's the one we're following. So let's do this with the blood, and then we could just track it by whatever is blue. And we'll walk down here. I would assume there would be another spot where there would be blue. I don't think he went that way. Okay, we'll look up here. Let's see. This is blue right here. So this went this direction. There he is, right there. Okay. And we got another gold. Cool. 3 for 3 on golds. Right on. Yeah, I think it's been 3, right? Yeah, there's been 3 total. Alright, well, this is Hunter Call of the Wild. Like I said, it's a much slower game. It's nothing too crazy. It's more of a sit back, kind of relax kind of game. But if you do enjoy this game and you do want to see more of this, or maybe even see a different map, then definitely let me know in the comments. And make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later.